The town of Crestwood always looked polished on the surface, charming tree-lined streets and a courthouse that gleamed in the sunlight. But Detective Claire Hart had learned long ago that beauty could hide rot. Beneath the town's carefully manicured image, something dark had been festering for decades. It all began with Edward Marlowe, a wealthy businessman who controlled half of Crestwood's enterprises. He was respected in public, feared in private, and no one dared cross him. That illusion shattered the night he was found dead in his study, slumped over a desk with a single gunshot wound. To the outside world, his death looked like a suicide. But Claire didn't buy it. There were too many inconsistencies. The angle of the wound, the missing security footage, the half-burned documents in his fireplace. She knew someone wanted this to look clean when it was anything but. Her investigation quickly led her into a maze of corruption. Marlowe hadn't just been a businessman. He had built an empire on fraud, laundering money through shell companies, and silencing anyone who threatened to expose him. Yet every time Claire thought she was close to uncovering the truth, her leads dissolved. Witnesses went silent, evidence disappeared, and higher-ups pressured her to drop the case. The deeper she dug, the more she realized that Marlowe wasn't acting alone. Someone else was pulling strings, ensuring the empire didn't crumble even after his death. That someone was hiding in plain sight. Claire kept it, following trails others dismissed. A ledger hidden in Marlowe's desk finally gave her a breakthrough. It contained coded payments labeled RK at first. She thought it might refer to a foreign contact, but as she studied the records, a chill swept through her. RK wasn't overseas, it was Crestwood's own attorney, Ryan Keller. Keller was known as polished, articulate, and deeply embedded in the town's legal fabric. He had defended officials, advised businessmen, and charmed juries. But behind that smooth exterior, Claire saw something colder. The ledger showed him laundering Marlowe's fortune through trusts and payoffs, and phone records placed him in contact with Marlowe just before his death. Her suspicion hardened into certainty. Keller wasn't cleaning up after Marlowe, he was orchestrating everything. If Marlowe had been killed, Keller had the most to gain. Claire brought the evidence to Captain Ruiz, her no-nonsense superior. Together they began quietly building a case, piecing together financial trails, phone logs, and testimonies Keller thought were buried. But Claire wanted more than numbers on a page. She wanted him to confess. So she set a trap. Inviting him to dinner under the guise of a private discussion, she wore a wire and kept her nerves steady. Keller arrived, smiling as though the world was under his control. Over wine and forced pleasantries, Claire dropped the truth like a hammer. She had Marlowe's ledger, she had traced the shell companies, and she had his phone records. For the first time, Keller's mask slipped. He warned her to be careful, his voice laced with menace. But when Claire pressed harder, asking about the disappearance of Emily Rhodes, a young journalist who had gone missing while investigating Marla Keller, revealed his true cruelty. With a smirk, he hinted that Emily was gone because she had come too close. Crestwood's soil is rich, he said coldly, for more reasons than farming. That was enough. Officers waiting nearby stormed in, arresting Keller as horrified diners watched. He spat venom as he was dragged out, vowing she hadn't won, that the corruption ran deeper than she knew. For Claire, it was only the beginning.